during the height of that popularity, and man, it was crazy. There were grandmas fighting just to get those toys.
I know.
My brother,
anybody that worked at the store, they had that up and up.
That was the only one I think. It was plenty.
Those black market cars.
This day is too weird. What do we do now?
Want to start a debate? Here's what you do. Get a bunch of Power Rangers fans together and ask them, who's your favorite Mighty Morphin Power Ranger?
Funny.
I bet you within the crowd, every OG Ranger would get named, followed by a detailed explanation as to why. And Mighty Morphin Power Rangers also brings each fan some favorite episodes and moments. Some of my personal favorites: the first episode, Punchy Pig, Pumpkin Rapper, that time Billy and Kimberly switched places, any episode with the Rangers being bad, the arrival of Lord Zed in the primetime special, of course the 5-part Green Ranger miniseries, and when Tommy lost his powers and became the White Ranger, anytime Goldar speaks, when Titania showed up and joined the Megazord and the Dragonzord to become the Ultra Zord, that time when Kimberly talked like Rita, Zach's dance moves, when Tommy and Kimberly kissed, Bulk and Skull, no particular episode, just them in general. Oh, and that one episode where Zach the Black Ranger wore Tommy's shield, that was awesome!
Yeah, every time Jason was...
I watched this show a lot. Yes! Fans can go on for days about their favorite parts of the characters or the show. But what about the Rangers themselves? What were their favorite moments and character connections?
Favorite episode, I like the Green Ranger series. You know, Evil with Green Ranger series, miniseries was amazing. I love the continuation part. It was kind of like a soap opera for kids, you know, and people would run home and try to see what was happening next on Power Rangers.
The one switching places where Billy and Kimberly switched personalities was a lot of fun. It was actually one of the first scripts that was written. So even before we started filming, we rehearsed for like a month, and that was like one of the episodes that we were able to rehearse. And so we got to have a lot of fun practicing that one.
Look at the way I'm looking, my hair, my makeup. Yeah!
And the Power Ranger Punks was a lot of fun too, because Billy got to be completely the opposite of what he would normally be. So anytime that my character got to deviate somewhat from being the ultimate was a lot of fun.
Hey man, you're not sad. You're on the clock anymore.
I thought just overall the
What's going on, my man? Good to hear
White Ranger character, the way they branded him and just how cool the character was. He was on his own, he had a girlfriend, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on at that time. I'd lived day by day and I tried to put as much action into Tommy as I could, and here we are 25 years later and I'll put as much action into him like I did with Draken and all the other series that we've done. One of us now.
So I did an episode with Walter Jones. We're in a hallway scene, and I'm standing opposite Walter and looking at him, and there's supposed to be a spider that drops onto his shoulder. And he turns and, freaks out. We had met the spider handler, and he had this big tarantula. It was as big as his hand. And he's like, yeah, man, don't worry about it. We're all good. I fed him like 9 cockroaches this morning. He's fine. There's not going to be any problems. Prior to this, he says, besides, you'll always know when they're going to attack because their front 2 legs come up. And that's how they scoop in their prey to bite them. So they call freeze. They come in, and he sets the spider down on his shoulder facing away from Walter. And I'm standing opposite, and we're all standing there freezing. Well, Walter turns around, zaps, and he lets out he screams. The spider didn't like having his butt strained at. So he turns around immediately, and the front 2 legs came up. And I'm like, they said that's bad! They said that's bad! And the spider handler out of nowhere, like Indiana Jones, like, came in, swiped him off the shoulder, and that was it. And everybody just like, you almost ate your face, man. I saw it. I swear to God, he was going to eat your face. So to make it even better, Walter at this time, after the episode, he decides, I like this spider. I'm going to name him Homie. And Homie came home.
Did this experience help you overcome your fear of spiders? Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, that is one problem I have overcome.
Merriweather, for all your private security needs.
For years at our party house. It's kind of cool.
Target confirmed.
So, this is what we talked about before, but I think it's very interesting, because it's like, okay, so the black guy's Black Ranger. But then at the same time, it's like, but the black guy's a Black Ranger. So what was that feeling like? Because, I mean, I'm sure people have told you, like, even if, like, that's how I feel when I was watching it.
I felt like for people of color, it was very like overall it was inspired for everyone. And and the pilot, the Yellow Ranger was Latina. So at that time, it wasn't really such a big deal. It was like, oh yeah, that's okay, Black Ranger in the black costume, which I would have picked anyway. I don't know, like, any means to be the Black Ranger. But then, later on, when we did the series, we had another Yellow Ranger, and she was pregnant, she was Asian. But then everybody went, the Asian Ranger is in a yellow costume, the Black Ranger is in a black. What does this mean? Yeah. It don't even nothing. Yeah, just of course, they don't.
Ain't nobody sick a kid. You didn't think nothing.
In the original show, we had the red, the black, and the blue, and the blue was the guy that was nerdy. It just ended up being that way. That was the way it worked out. Right. So yeah, a lot of people made comments about it, and in the end, it's all positive anyway. I'm a role model in 40 countries. It doesn't matter what color my suit is. Ready to rock and roll.
Like many people, I remember watching Day of the Jump, the first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back on August 28, 1993. But it wasn't until I saw a Power Rangers special years later that I found out an unaired pilot was made before the show came out. And the show was altered with some name changes and even a cast member change. But how did Power Rangers find its cast appealing? And what did the actors think when they found out they were auditioning for a role like this? Remember, at the time, not only did they have no idea how popular the show was going to become, they had no idea what this show was even going to be.
I moved here to be an actor, and there's a publication that goes out. It's called Backstage, and so I would look at it every week. And there was one for a show called Phantom, and it was about 5 teenagers that were going to be superheroes. I originally went in for the role of Victor, who eventually became Jason, the Red Ranger.
I wasn't an actor. I was actually in high school. I was a teenager with attitude. I was teaching martial arts, and a friend of mine was an acting coach for commercial acting. And he calls me up and he's like, hey man, you should come check out my class. Teach martial arts to some of my students, and in exchange, I'll give you commercial acting. And he goes, they're looking for 5 superheroes, teenagers with attitude. No, not interested. And we spent 3 weeks going back and forth with him. Finally, he bet me $20 that I wouldn't be wasting my time if I went for the audition. I went, and I think I was told later something like 10,000 people showed up.
I went to school performing arts and studied acting and dancing and singing, and so being an actor is something I always wanted to do. And so when I booked the show, I thought, man, I got a show. I'm going to be a regular on a show. Exciting. It's a kid show. So I was super excited, and the process was something I had grown accustomed to auditioning, except slightly different.
I had 3 auditions for that role, but I could tell that the producers and the casting
Target
director
down.
were leaning a different way with actors. So I begged and pleaded, can I please read for the role of Billy? And they told me no, because they said you just don't fit the character breakdown. It's just not the look that we're going for. And I said, please, I know I can do this. I'm an actor. I can do the role.
There was really no concept at that time. I was an actor. I was auditioning for what was called the Green Ranger. I thought it was the Forest Ranger. Maybe thought I was fighting with Smokey the Bear. Got the audition. And at that time, the whole cast was casted except the Yellow Ranger. So I auditioned with her. And next thing you know, here we are 25 years later.
And so what I did is I borrowed somebody's glasses. I knew I was right on some level for this show. I was a gymnast, so I had the physical ability, and I knew I could bring what I needed to bring to that character. And it was such a great character for me because Billy is so different than me, David Jost. Billy is ultra smart, and I'm just an average C student. So I got to learn a lot from my character.
Then your train of power grid was to cross the lecture. The Green Ranger was only hired for like 10 episodes. I was told I was in and out, and that was it. And I did my job. I'm so happy and blessed to show up to see the lights and the cameras, and to see the costume. I was so amazed with the costume. I really enjoyed it. And just seeing it, you don't understand what Power Rangers was all about.
What is he doing?
He's calling to the Dragon Doors to explode.
Walking in on the audition, I was like, okay, so can you read the sides? Read the side with the person in the room. And they were like, oh, that's great job. Okay, now, can you dance? And I'm like, yeah, I can dance. So can you show us a little something? Throw some music. I'm like, oh. So then I'll do my thing. Now, that was great. Now, can you show us any martial arts? I'm like, all right, martial arts. I studied Ishiru, and so let me show you what I do. Is I did a couple of martial arts. I did a kata. I know there's not a lot of room here, but can you show us any flips? Bam, that flip, and they're like, oh, that's awesome. Now, can you put it all together?
The show had huge ratings, toys and merchandise were flying off the shelves, and the show's cast went from unknown to household names. The Power Rangers were so big that a live Universal Studios appearance led to the shutdown of a Los Angeles highway. Traffic literally stopped for the Power Rangers.
In February of 1994, over 35,000 fans clamored to see the Power Rangers, gridlocking the LA freeway system.
It's incomprehensible still to this day to understand that people were so impacted by this TV show to that effect. So here we are in Los Angeles. We're told we're going to go to Universal Studios.
Originally, the show was supposed to be in the Wild West Stunt Show stage, which holds like 2,000 people. I did the Wild West Stunt Show at Felix Cassidy before I got powered.
Whoa.
Yeah, so then we're on the way there, and they were like, yeah, listen, we got so many requests for people to come that we have to move it to the amphitheater. Now, the amphitheater is where Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and Janet Jackson do their concerts.
People started showing up camping out the day before. So now they're thinking MJ, Madonna, Aerosmith, because those are the people that have people camping out the day before. And they ended up moving us to the biggest stage they had, which I think only sat maybe 6,000 people. And we filled it up 6 times, sold it out. We broke Universal attendance records, and they still sent people home. The highway was backed up for 8 miles into downtown. It was insanity.
For me, to be doing a Universal Studio live was pretty amazing. I used to spend a lot of money going to Universal Studios, and now here I'm actually going and entertaining people in Universal Studios, all of us, and we sold out show after show. We added 2 more shows.
We get there, we do our first show, and it's crazy. You know, they say, he's on the power of the mastodon. He is Zach.
And I play Zach, the Black Ranger.
I took off my helmet, and the crowd goes, there are lights everywhere. Everybody's taking pictures. I swear it was just like, you know, in Star Wars or Star Trek when you hear warp speed. And the energy was crazy. I swear I got chills. I got chills. And we did that show. When it was over, we were like, that was the most amazing thing.
And I can just remember there was families like cousins and brothers and sisters, and there was one group. They were in a van, and their van broke down like right as they were getting off the ramp of the freeway. They were crying, and they couldn't make it to the show. I just remember feeling like, oh, that's so bad.
My name is Austin St. John. I play Jason. Right.
You come out on stage, and it was like the biggest rock star moment we had. People just, Jason, chanting your name, your hair standing up on the back of your neck. It was intense.
CNN Tom Brokaw was talking about the Power Rangers shut down LA today. It was like, it was crazy. It was like, wow, we did that. And the thing about it is we still didn't know who we were. What are these?
Those are your power morphers. When in danger, raise them to the sky, calling the name of your dinosaur, and you will morph into a formidable fighting force known to one and all as the Power Rangers.
A 90s show, especially one aimed for kids and to sell toys, would be lucky to get a few seasons, and luckier to still be remembered by the time Y2K came along. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers not only had multiple seasons, but then continued to make many different iterations year after year with new powers and new cast members up to this present day. And you know a show is popular when it gets multiple movies, Happy Meal toys, parade floats, video games, a parody of the show on Animaniacs, and even other companies making copycat show games, a parody of the show on Animaniacs, and even other companies making copycat shows like Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills. Just me? Wow. Okay. But when your face is all over TV, theaters, and toy stores, how do the Power Rangers handle such popularity? And how does it feel knowing that that love for the original Rangers is still here years later?
I really want to thank fans for the support for 25 years, because without them, I wouldn't be here right now. It's so crazy that we're here 25 years later talking about it.
You're now an official member of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fan club.
It's amazing to me. The fan base so strong after so many years.
It's really humbling for me to know that so many people have been impacted by my character, and it was such an honor the first time that I appeared at Power Morphicon, and that so many people showed up, and they waited in line for 5 hours, some of them, to get an autograph and take a picture with me, which is just crazy, because I do see the impact that our characters have on people.
25 years, I've been 40 countries, I don't know how many languages, but I've met a lot of people. They watch me on TV, but my voice is different. Because they put it in a different language, and it wasn't me. I was in the Dominican Republic, and I had these kids talking to me, and my friend goes, hey, guys, you know, he doesn't speak Spanish. And they're like, what are you talking about? You speak Spanish every day on TV. And I was like, oh, yeah, there's that. Yeah, I understand.
go to a Comic-Con and I get to meet fans from all around the world, and that's what's so crazy about it, is that it's a worldwide phenomenon. I've been in countries like Venezuela and Ecuador and Brazil and Australia and London, like all over the place.
Seems like when it comes to the fans, you guys are there for them, and that fandom experience has always been...
Oh, absolutely, man. The thing is, we own everything the show is. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the fans. And I can't tell you how amazing it is to go to almost anywhere in the world and just get loved.
I'm sad to admit this, but as I got older, I eventually got a little out of Power Rangers. Then it was one year at Anime Expo in Los Angeles that I was in shock to see a table filled with former Power Ranger actors. And they were there to advertise Power Morphicon, an entire convention dedicated to Power Rangers. Rangers, I'm back. There's obviously still Power Rangers toys for kids, but now there are special Legacy and Lightning Collection figures. Collectible figures made for an older audience. Power Rangers Legacy! A PG-13 movie reboot premiered in 2017 is warped in time, while a recent wave of 90s nostalgia keeps the original series going strong.
Yo, what's up? I'm the Red Rangers, moving time and shit.
For fans, the cast of Power Rangers are just as popular now as they were when the show first appeared.
It's pretty amazing. It's very humbling, and we are so grateful to have you fans on time because they are usually really and happy people, and they give us platform. They go, you know, I am this one because I was inspired to be a firefighter. I was inspired to be some kind of a superhero in some kind of way, whether that be a coach or in the military or some kind of a teacher of some sort, a psychologist, whatever, like, you know, adventure. People tell us, I got the hunger to be who I am because I was inspired by you. And what a compliment.
To see parents with their little kids, so you have little kids with their mom, and then their mom with their daughter who has a kid. So you got 3 different generations, especially at these conventions. So it's amazing to see a little 5-year-old go, Tommy, I love you.
Bullshit is sick.
It's amazing.
It's great because a lot of people like you are now parents.
Yeah.
And they've introduced their kids to the original Power Rangers. You know, like, it's interesting that they still love the original Power Rangers. So, you know, we still have our fans that start at 3 and 4 years old, and I actually come across tons of high school kids these days, like 16, 17-year-olds that are totally into the original Power Rangers. We have all these multi-generational fans, and I mean, who could ask for anything better?
I think I know more about you than my own family.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm just kidding. No, that's very kind of you.
No, but I really do appreciate it. So.
Thank you
so much.
With all the odds stacked against you, you carried on like true superheroes and persevered.
Well, it's constant conversation pieces. People come up all the time, and it's, you know, my fans with their parents who were forced to watch the show, and then their little ones. So we've crossed 3 generations now, and they come up. And then inevitably the younger fans are like, well, what do you think of the new TV series? Or what do you think of the comic line with Boom? And I'm like, well, actually, I've been working with Boom. I've got all kinds of cool stuff that is getting ready to blow up. You know, people, they are so into it. And just the energy is mind-blowing. So I just sit back and I hear some of the most insane stories, and I love it. I love it every day.
I think it would be amazing for them to bring us all back in some form, you know, some way. And I definitely would love to go and refresh my character and let people know what happened at the Peace Tree.
The 3 teams from Angel Grove are Jason Lee, Zach Taylor, and Trini Kwan.
Yeah. They did return. I missed it for a while. I was like, well, I'm back now. Right? So,
now it's hard for people not to know what Power Rangers is all about, if that makes sense, you know? Time wanted it to become a household name, and it sure became a household name around the whole entire world.
Thank you, Power Rangers, for all the entertainment you've given me and all fans of Power Rangers for over 25 years. And for everyone out there in Ranger Nation, may the power protect you. Always.
Well. God forbid it. Lord, you can get me back on there. Stop bullshitting. Oh, this shit must be out. I'm probably gonna have to go to this guy, man.
Nigga, I'm on, nigga. Call the police and tell them to bring out the body bags. It ain't worth it, homie. Go home. Man, I'll bust on these old bitch-ass niggas and sleep like a baby.
Okay. Well, you something right there. Oh, body bag. Man, you're ruining my gameplay. Well, you telling me I can't do shit right now? Oh. So you telling me I'm probably gonna have to end this early. Being a night kid is a blessing. It's a blessing. Where is it? I don't have a thing. No, okay, he loves it. No. No, it's not right. He's egotistical. He's been like this. Treating him like shit. No, he ain't been. No, he exposes young buck. No, I'm through with him. He can go fuck himself. I'm not through. Oh, we're back again.
review. Hey, Grant, you seem to have a little bit of a problem with Bubba Ray Dudley and a chair. Yeah. Tonight you're going to get Bubba Ray. Take care of that DX guy, all right? You two guys got a tag match. A tag match for you to get. A tag match for you.
Man, what's going on?
There you see the DX Express is in the house at the Nashville Arena. Wait a minute, I would say that would have to be a new bus because that idiot has the deck right in Detroit.
Back scratching things to do since you're working out for everybody. You guys scratch your guys, you scratch yours. Hey, Gretch, you seem to have a little bit of a problem with Bubba Ray Dudley and a chair. Yeah. Tonight you're going to get Bubba Ray. Take care of that DX guy, all right? You two guys got a tag match tonight. A tag match for you to get. A tag match for the workers. Yeah. Chris Benoit, would you do us a little favor? You do X-Pac today. Double problem at the pay-per-view, I need you to take care of it for me. I need you to go one-on-one with Kane tonight. Take care of that piece of business for us. Since you're going to do that for us, we're going to do for you. D-O-double-G, X-Pac, myself, we're going to take out your problems. Tonight, we're going to take out Too Cool and Rikishi. Everybody listen to one thing here. Cactus Jack is off limits.
He is off limits.
Cactus Jack is mine. I'm going to take care of that one myself. Nobody touches it but me.
He is mine. He is mine. He was all suited up. You know what? I'm fucking end it and make a comeback.